Good morning, San Diego. It is Saturday, December the 4th, 2021. Big Ride Saturday. And today is super special, super stoked because I have my new Electrified MSUB. So today we're going to give it a run for its money. My back isn't healed because I've been redoing my office, so it's not near 100%. So I'm going to do some road to start today, but I'm definitely going to encounter a little bit of hills. The plan is to do the 30-mile route that I have that is about 1,000 to 1,100 feet of climbing. We'll see how that goes and see if I can maybe find another hill or something to go up. There's definitely some possibilities. It is 57 degrees and chilly out, so that's way colder than I like it. And so, yeah, let's get out there and have some fun. Let's go. 4¼ miles in, 200, 300 feet, what, 200 feet of climbing. So, you know, pretty uneventful, but it's nice to kick it up a notch when you get to a little more of an incline. Nothing spectacular to report, but I just wanted to check in, and now we enter the phase of the program, one of my favorite places to actually ride, which is this Miramar, Kearney Villa Road that goes by the Miramar Airfield, because it's 3 miles of non-stop on there with a bike lane and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's mostly flat. Actually, it's a little uphill going out, and so the battery really won't be used, so it'll be all me. And then once we make the turn, then we hit the climbing portion of the show. So yeah, everything seems to be pretty comfortable so far. There's a lot of pedal and stop. It's a combination of the lower gears of the MSUB and the unfitness of Rick. So yeah, so let's continue on and do Kearney Villa Road, and then we'll check in before we actually hit the climb. Yay! There is one more thing I want to note for posterity. I changed the setting on the display for the battery, and instead of percent I went with voltage, because it's been my experience in flying that voltage is more accurate than a percentage, but I also wanted to know what the exact number was. So I started the ride at 53.7, I believe, and I should have said that earlier so that I had an exact mark. And you know, over time your battery should degrade a little bit, and I would like to know where at least it started when I got it. So I'm at 52.2, which means it used about 2% of the battery, it sounds like. So 2% after 4 miles and 200 feet, that's probably about right. And so yeah, let's keep track of that, because one of the things that I want to know is where can I take this and what are my limits. So 238 pounds this morning. So yeah, that factors into it hugely, because if you're 170 or 130, you're obviously going to get way better battery life than I'm going to get. So just checking all the boxes so that historically I know what's going on. There we go, 4 miles. I'm at 372 feet, which means what? That was like 150 feet of climbing. Like I said, it was pretty darn flat. I'm beginning to sweat, so that's good. Part of the point is I don't want to eliminate the workout, but I do want it for exactly the reason that I'm coming up to this hill, and the battery is at 52.0 volts. So what did that use? 0.2 volts to come in here. So now we're gonna do like a 3-mile climb or something like that. I believe it's about 500 feet. And it starts off very pedestrian at like 2 to 3%. Then it kind of flattens out just a bit. And then the real part of the climb starts in, which gets up to 9% on there. And the fastest time that I have done that climb is 17 minutes and 40 seconds. I anticipate doing it quicker today because I've got assist. So let's see what kind of time we put up on there, and then we'll get to the next part. Yay! Another notation that I wanted to make. I do notice that on the MSUB versus the long stride, I do tend to stand up a little taller, a little more straight, or it feels like it at least. I did have to adjust my mirror just a little bit to be able to see out of it. And so that also, you know, I'm feeling it in the quads for sure, which is part of the pedal and stop, pedal and stop. And I also noticed that I'm able to kind of look around a little bit more because of the pedal and stop and because of the e-assist. I mean, once you stop pedaling, your speed starts to slow down. And then when you kick in the pedaling a bit, it kicks you back up depending on what your setting is. So it kind of gives you a little boost to get going again. And yeah, the temperature has actually dropped now to 54 degrees, so it's darn chilly out here for me. So, but I am getting heat inside here. So, yeah, and my glasses are now fogging up because I'm stopping and I'm sweating on my face. So, definitely getting a workout, which is what I need. And let's just see how far we can keep going. That is the first hill. So that was 4 miles. Seems like I'm doing things in 4-mile increments. And 400 feet. And I said 17:40 was my fastest time. I probably did that in about 17 minutes, maybe 16 and change, depending on where that actually started. So if I go down this hill, I wind up in Poway. And I've been down there and I've been up this hill, and that sucks. We're not gonna do that today. But 49.7 volts. So that climb used what? I think I was at 50.2 or something? No, maybe 52. So they used a bit, and I gave it, see, I was on setting 3, and then I kicked it to setting 4 at the very end. So setting 3 is at 73%, setting 4 is at 84% or something like that. So yeah, that was definitely nice. I have a little climb here, and then it's a bunch of downhill before the next set of climbs. I am now starting to sweat, so that's good. I can feel it in my quads. If I was in better shape, I would be able to take that a lot faster because I would actually be able to keep pedaling, especially on the flat parts where you could definitely make up a bit of time. So far, so good. Happy. Let me make sure I drink some water and stay hydrated, and we'll continue with the journey. Well, that went super well. That was all downhill, 5 miles. My fingers are frozen, everything is cold, but here comes the cool part. So I'm at 49.6% battery. I am now at the bottom of the hill, so now I'm gonna do my final climb, except I happen to be in Rancho Penasquitos, which happens to be like pretty much the mountain bike center of the universe in San Diego. And so I've never been here, like up this driveway and in here, and guess what? I've got an MSUB. So yeah, you knew that was coming, didn't you? So yeah, let's take a little side journey down into PQ is what they like to call it, and see what happens. Let's do this. Woo! Good one. Ah. Oh.
You full? You okay?
That's a little slick right there.
Oh yeah. You okay? Need help?
Let me put this, just get this to park and gather myself. There we go.
No,
Jeez. Yeah, that is not, that absolutely was not on the plan. I only pray to goodness that this doesn't have an adverse effect. That was a hard spill, right on my side. Oh, look, I got my badge of honor there. Yeah, that was, well, you'll see the video, obviously. It was just, oh, look, a detour. And I saw some people up there. I was like, oh, let me go down this place. And the back wheel just slid out, you know, at 14 miles an hour. And yeah, I should probably have some mountain bike skills. So yeah, that was a hard hit on my right side. Totally went down there, and the bike so far seems to be good. The chain came off, but I had some help putting it back on. Phone is still in there. Garmin went off. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go back and be calm and hope that this had no real adverse effect. All right, I've gone down the path just a little bit. Gears are shifting. Everything seems like it's good. So, whew, yeah, I can feel the compression in my side. So that was a hard hit. That was straight down onto, oh, good Lord. We are nearing completion of the trip. We're at 21 plus miles, almost 1,300 feet of climbing. The bike does seem to be fine. Again, yet to be seen whether Rick will be fine. So now we hit the Kearney Villa Road again. This is where I thought this morning that I might divert and go hit a roller coaster hill, but given the incident, I think I'll just play it safe and head back. Now, I'm at 48.4 volts, and I was going to stop kind of at this point to see where percentage I am at, and then I realized that looking down, it's got a little meter on it, and I guess I didn't notice it before because it was full, so it just didn't catch my attention. So it appears that we're at about 75% battery capacity right now, so we've used 25%, so that is super excellent. 1,300 feet of climbing and 21 miles. I suppose if we do the math, then, you know, that's easily 3,500 feet and maybe up to 60 miles or so. So I don't take too many trips that far, but I do have a couple on my mind that may not get to that elevation, but distance. So yeah, let's continue on. Bring it home, hopefully safely, please. Okay, we're back, and 30 miles and change, almost 1,600 feet of climbing. There is 44% battery life left. Ooh, I missed the voltage on that because I changed it to percent. So I used a considerable amount since that 21 mile mark on the last 10 miles. I'm getting a little tired and I didn't want to aggravate things, so I pressed the button a few times. So that was cool. Yeah, things are getting a little stiff, so oh man, I just hope this didn't mess things up. That would be very bad. So overall, totally positive though. I just have to be a little more careful in what I do and gain some quad strength, and things will be good. So until next time.